Indonesia is one of the developing countries in Asia, and its cooperation with other countries in the region such as China, Malaysia or Singapore, as well as the shipping traffic in the region, have given the country a huge economic boost, which has also been helped by tourism, making it the largest economy in Southeast Asia. But why is China building the world's fastest train on the island, and why is Indonesia building a new capital for itself? In this video, we take a look at the 10 biggest megaprojects in Indonesia that will change the future of the country and the region and give new economic impetus to the ASEAN countries. Number 10. Jakarta Light Rail. Jakarta is the current capital of the country, with a population of over 10 million people, and obviously this large crowd needs to be moved every day, and this can be achieved by improving the public transport system. The current city is served by one metro line and one LRT line, and in the video we will first talk about the light rail. Jakarta's first LRT line began operation in 2019. However, in the coming years, they want to add 3 more lines, of which 1 is under construction and 2 only exist in theory. The entire project will cost $1.8 billion to implement. The current 6-station, 5.8-kilometer section is operated by modern Hyundai-made trains and connects a busy part of the city. 1.2 million people currently use it annually, which may seem small compared to the public transport numbers of other cities, but this number will only increase in the future with the completion of new sections. Number 9. Meikarta. Meikarta is a large-scale planned city in Cikarang, Indonesia. Launched on August 17, 2017, the project spans 500 hectares and aims to be a modern international city, supporting nearby industrial areas like Kota Jababeka and MM2100. With a total investment of 278 trillion rupiahs, Meikarta includes 200 skyscrapers, a 100-hectare central park, and numerous facilities such as hospitals, schools, shopping malls, and a CBD named Orange County. The first phase features 84 residential towers and 250,000 apartments. Despite its ambition and claimed connection to the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, the project has faced controversy, including protests and a corruption investigation involving local officials and Lipo Group executives. Key figures, including Bekasi's Regent and Lipo executives, were arrested, and trials are ongoing. Nevertheless, construction and marketing continue amid the legal issues. Number 8. Indonesia High-Speed Railway. Indonesia's first high-speed railway, built with Chinese investment and technology, is set to open in 2023, with the first section connecting the capital with the city of Bandung. The route will use the world's fastest Fuxinghao CR400 trains, which can travel at speeds of up to 350 km per hour, reducing the 142-kilometer distance between the two cities to 40 minutes. By 2024, more than 6 million people were expected to use the railway, but this number could be much higher if the railway is expanded. There are 2 alternatives for the expansion. Plans agree on how to run the line from Bandung to Cirebon, but there are 2 options from there. One is a southern route that would end in Surabaya, and the other is a northern route that would also end in Surabaya. The current railway track is designed for a maximum speed of 420 km per hour, so trains could go even faster in the future, especially if the CR450 trains introduced late last year can enter service in Indonesia, reducing travel times even further. The expansion is planned to cost $5.6 billion. Number 7. Trans-Sulavesi Railway. Our next project is being built on the island of Sulawesi, and unlike the previous one, it would not involve the construction of a high-speed train, but a heavy railway. The first phase was completed in November 2022 and includes a 146-kilometer section between Makassar and Parepare. The full railway plan, however, would be about 2,000 kilometers, between Makassar and Manado. The railway is planned to cost $6 billion, and most of the sections are currently under construction. Future sections are also planned to improve the speed. Currently the maximum speed allowed is 80 km per hour, but this is planned to be improved to 120 km per hour. Number 6. Trans-Sumatra Railway. The Trans-Sumatra Railway is a planned railway line in Sumatra, running from Aceh in the north to Lampung in the south. The total length would exceed 2,000 kilometers and connect major cities and ports in Sumatra. President Joko Widodo announced the Trans-Sumatra Railway plan in December 2014, and the project was expected to begin in 2015. There are already railway lines operating in Sumatra, so they would be integrated into a railway line that crosses the islands. If China were to join the investment, a railway similar to that in central Java could be created here, with modern rapid trains and high-speed tracks. If it ever comes to fruition, the project is estimated to cost $5.5 billion. Currently, the Ministry of Transport is only planning the project and it may be built in the future, but this still requires a lot of international investment and effort. Number 5. Sunda Strait Bridge. The Sunda Strait Bridge was a planned megaproject to connect the two largest islands of Indonesia, Java and Sumatra, with a length of nearly 27 kilometers, providing a road and rail connection. The first idea was born in 1960, but the government only gave preliminary approval for it in 2007. The bridge would have connected several islands, Ular, Sangiang, Prajurit, and would have included suspension bridges with world record spans. The cost of the project was initially estimated at $10 billion, later increasing to as much as $20 billion. However, its implementation encountered numerous technical, economic and political obstacles, especially due to the earthquake-prone zone. Although the investment would have brought significant transport and economic benefits, in 2014 the newly elected Joko Widodo government officially rejected the plan, preferring cheaper, alternative solutions, such as the development of a ferry system. Number 4. Jakarta Metro. We have already mentioned the Jakarta light rail system in the video, but now we will turn to the Metro project. The current north-south line of the Jakarta Mass Rapid Transit has been operating since 2019 between Lebak Bulus and Bundaran Hi, serving more than 80,000 passengers per day. The next phases of the project, including Phase 2A between Bundaran Hi and Kota, and Phase 2B between Kota and Oncho, are already under construction or in the preparation phase, but are experiencing delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic and technical difficulties. Ambitious plans have been made for the future. The construction of 10 MRT lines and additional LRT and urban rail lines by 2035 is included in the joint transport strategy of the capital and the central government. Construction of the east-west line has already started, while the outer ring line is scheduled for completion in 2025. The entire network will eventually be over 120 kilometers long, easing Jakarta's congested traffic and helping to create sustainable urban mobility. The total cost of the expansions is $21.6 billion. Number 3. Trans-Sumatra Toll Road. The Trans-Sumatra Toll Road is one of Indonesia's largest infrastructure projects, spanning the island of Sumatra from north to south. The 2,818 kilometers long highway aims to improve transport links between the island's major cities, such as Medan, Palembang, and Pekanbaru, and to provide connectivity between the east and west coasts. The project is being developed and operated by state-owned company Hutama Korea. Construction began in 2014, and although the original target was to complete it in 2024, only 1,235 kilometers have been completed so far. The total cost is estimated at 476 trillion rupiah, so approximately $33.2 billion, with several sections still under construction or in the preparatory phase. Number 2. Giant Sea Wall Jakarta. The Giant Sea Wall Jakarta, officially known as the National Capital Integrated Coastal Development, is a mega investment worth more than $40 billion, which aims to prevent Jakarta from flooding due to sea level rise and land subsidence. The project started in 2014 and is expected to be completed by 2027. It includes a 32 kilometers long giant dam, reservoirs, and 17 artificial islands that also serve urban development purposes. The concept was developed jointly by Dutch experts and Indonesian partners. Although the project is technically ambitious, it has generated serious environmental, social and legal disputes, especially from fishermen, local communities and environmentalists who fear the destruction of coastal ecosystems and mass evictions. The project has been suspended several times due to regulatory and corruption issues. Number 1. Nusantra. Nusantara is the planned new capital of Indonesia, being built in East Kalimantan province on the east coast of Borneo. The city aims to relieve pressure on Jakarta, which is overcrowded, sinking, and increasingly vulnerable to flooding and climate change. The project began in 2022 and is planned to be completed in 5 phases by 2045, the 100th anniversary of Indonesia's independence. The first phase of construction has already included the State Palace, government buildings, residential areas, parks, and other facilities. The city's development is based on the principles of sustainability. The goal is for 80% of transportation to be public transportation, cycling, and walking, energy to be supplied from renewable sources, and significant green space to be provided. Nusantara will be given special administrative status, with leaders appointed by the president rather than elected. The new capital will be the seat of government, legislature and judiciary. Although many foreign and domestic investors are interested, a significant portion of the investment has not yet arrived, and a budget freeze in 2025 is slowing down the work. The project is being pursued by President Prabowo Subianto, although he does not consider it a top priority. These were the biggest projects in Indonesia? Which one was your favorite? Which one impressed you the most? Write your answers in the comments, and if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Thank you for being here. See you in the next time.